All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today we're tackling a big one, an idea that pretty much flips the script on everything we've been taught about success. We're diving into Pat Flynn's How to Be Better at Almost Everything. And trust me, it's a total paradigm shift.
In this quote, wow, it just nails it, doesn't it? I lived my entire life believing that specialization was the key to success. I mean, who hasn't heard that? Pick your lane, master it, become the best. That's the playbook, right? It's what our parents, our teachers, everyone tells us.
But here's the kicker. What if that's all wrong? What if chasing the best is actually the worst thing you can do? The book asks this super provocative question. What if specializing is a trap? And what if there's a better, maybe even a more fun, way to win at life?
Okay, so let's get into it. Before we can find the escape hatch, we got to understand the prison, right? The author calls it the specialization snare. And it's all about why going all in just one thing, well, it can seriously backfire.
And he's got this perfect story to back it up. His own. He was obsessed with being the best guitarist on the planet, practicing like 7 hours a day, shredding all these crazy complex solos. But the problem? The better he got, the fewer people wanted to listen. It was only other guitar nerds who cared. Meanwhile, his buddy, who could barely play 3 chords, but could sing and write a decent song, he was packing the rooms.
And this really lays it all out, you know? The specialist goes super deep, but their audience gets super narrow. And a lot of the time they need someone else, a company, a boss to give them a shot. But the generalist, they go wide. Their appeal is broader, and because they can do more things, they can create their own success. They're independent.
So if being a specialist is the trap, what's the way out? Well, this is where it gets really good. The book introduces this incredible idea, and it's the heart of everything we're talking about today. It's called skill stacking.
Now, this isn't about being a jack of all trades, master of none. That's not it at all. This is a strategy. The whole idea is to get good, not the best, but just plain good at a few different things that work together. And when you combine them, bam, you create this unique advantage that's almost impossible for anyone else to copy.
And the way he explains it is just brilliant. He calls it the Reuben sandwich analogy. Think about it. To make an amazing Reuben, you don't need the world's #1 award-winning pastrami or the absolute best rye bread ever baked. You just need good ingredients. But when you put them all together, it's magic. It's something way better than the sum of its parts. That's your skill stack.
And look, the author himself is living proof of this. He wasn't the world's top fitness guru. He wasn't the best writer on the planet. And he wasn't some marketing wizard. But he was pretty good at all 3. And by stacking fitness, writing, and marketing, he built this totally unique business where he had basically zero competition. Why? Because most fitness pros can't write, and most writers aren't obsessed with fitness.
Okay, so this all sounds great in theory, but how do you actually do it? The book lays out a playbook for us, a set of 5 core principles to guide you on this journey to becoming what he calls an expert generalist.
So here's the roadmap. First, you just have to commit skill stacking over specialization. Simple. Second, you focus, like really focus, on learning one new skill for a short burst. Third, and this is a big one we're about to get to, is knowing when to stop. Fourth is all about making sure your skills play well together. And fifth is just embracing the grind, because that's where the growth happens.
But I really want to zoom in on one of these because it's one of the most mind-bendingly powerful ideas in the whole book. It's called the Rule of 80%. And seriously, this is a total game changer.
Get this. The rule says if 100% means you're the best in the world at something, you should never go past 80%. That's your cutoff. 80% is really, really good. But that last 20%, that's where all the time and energy goes for very little return. That's specialist territory, and it's a trap.
So here's the genius part. The rule is like a check engine light for your career. If you're 80% good at something and you're still not succeeding, the answer isn't to get to 90%. Nope. The problem is you're missing another ingredient for your sandwich. It's a signal that it's time to stop grinding on that one skill and go add another one to your stack.
All right, let's bring this home. How do you figure out what skills to stack? The book gives us a really simple but powerful 3-layer framework to help you build your own stack.
Think of it like building a house. At the bottom, you've got your foundation, meta skills. These are the skills that help you learn anything faster. On top of that, you build the house itself with your interest skills. That's your passion, the stuff you love doing. And then, finally, you add the roof and the plumbing, the need-based skills. These are the practical things, like sales or marketing, that connect your passion to the real world.
And the author argues there are 5 essential meta skills that are just non-negotiable. They're the foundation for everyone. You've got discipline, focus, logic, persuasion, and faith. They're the universal tools that make every other skill you learn even more powerful.
So let's look at a quick example. Say you want to be an author. Your interest skill, your passion, is writing. Great, but that's not enough. You stack on need-based skills like marketing and public speaking. And you underpin the whole thing with a meta skill like logic. Now you're not just a writer, you're a force. You can write the book, sell the book, and give amazing talks about the book. You're a complete package.
Okay, last thing. Let's get super practical. The book ends with this amazing little thought experiment that's designed to give you instant clarity. Just ask yourself this one simple question. If you only had 1 hour a day to work on yourself, what would you do with it? What's the one thing you would practice? That constraint, that 1 hour limit, it forces you to be brutally honest.
Because what this exercise does is it just cuts through all the crap. It makes you throw out all the shoulds and maybes and identify the one skill that will make the biggest difference for you right now. It's like the ultimate decluttering for your ambition.
And really, that's what this is all about. It's about letting go of this impossible dream of being the best at one thing. Instead, you get to build your own unique superpower by stacking skills that you're just good enough at. It's a path that gives you more freedom, more control, and honestly, probably makes you way more valuable. So I'll leave you with this. What's in your skill stack?